It's here. Another goodie for my Baja. Right there. That's a new toolbox that's going to mount in the box on my Baja. This will be fun. Let's put it in, see how it fits. I really like my Baja, but if there's one thing it lacks, it's storage space. Let me show you what I mean. They provide a little bit, but it's really not enough. Storage space that there is behind the seat. You pull this lever here, and that folds the seat up. Then you pull this button back here, and this folds the back down. Now, I bought this nifty net back here to hold things in here, like I've got some jumper cables, but the big thing I've got in here is this is a 1 7/8 inch drawbar. Oh no, this is a reducer. This is a drawbar with a clevis. This is for the 2-inch ball, which is on the Baja right now, and my towing straps. Okay, so that all looks like it fits, but wait. I haul a lot of wood in this thing, and when you haul wood, then you need to be able to fold this little pass-through door here. So when this folds down, all of this stuff is in the way. So then you got to try to find a place in the footwell for it. So now I'm moving everything. And if I was hauling wood, I'd probably need the straps. So the storage space kind of gets eliminated whenever you haul something long in the Baja. This is a really handy feature. I can get a 10-foot board from the windshield all the way to the back in this Baja. I think even with the tailgate up. So it's really practical in that way. But the storage is lacking, so that's why I bought this toolbox. The deal with this particular toolbox is it's supposed to have enough room underneath of it that you can still use that pass-through door, which is something I use a lot. Okay, we're gonna get some first impressions here. And to start with, my first impression is this thing is a lot lighter than I thought it would be. I was thinking it would be kind of heavy, but it is made of aluminum. Well, here it is. It's kind of a little bitty thing. So that's kind of cute, but it has to be in order to be able to do the job that it needs to do. Well, here it is, and isn't it nice looking? And this is really surprising. It's very light. It's made of aluminum, and it's got a nice, look at that, nice lever on it there. And here's the keys for it. Okay, it doesn't come open real far. And it's got a liner in it here, so hopefully that'll keep the rattles down. The carpet stayed on the sides real well. Apparently they don't glue the bottom in. I suppose once I get stuff in there, probably it won't need anything. We'll have to have a look at that. It's got a nice rolled edge on everything, so there's I don't feel any sharp edges, and nice welds. Kind of hoping there was some hardware came with it. I don't see any. I wonder how I'm supposed to mount it. I was trying to be careful while I was putting it in, but this edge was sharp enough that it actually scuffed my plastic a little bit, which really doesn't thrill me. It looks like the reason it didn't come with any hardware is because you use the hardware already on the Baja. So I'm going to pull this screw out. And it's nowhere near long enough to put that in. So, okay, a little misstep there. I'm gonna have to get some hardware. Okay, sometime later, I went to the hardware store and I bought this. This is an M6 screw, just a Phillips, and then I also bought a fender washer for it too. And this was measured in millimeters, and I don't know what it was, 100 millimeters maybe. I don't know what to do in millimeters. Looks like 1.25 inches to me. And I also went with the stainless steel because this is going to be out in the elements. So that is going to reach the threads here. So this is in a convenient spot anyway. I don't know why this is up here so high. That's kind of obnoxious there. I wish that wasn't like that. So I'm gonna have to tighten a little bit on this side. We'll tighten a little bit on this side. Try to keep it mostly centered. That bracket is bending over, which I suppose it ought to do. Well, I'm tempted to put a 90-degree bend right in the top of that. If there was something a little stronger than this plastic back there, man, I could just hit that with a hammer. But let's see. Still kind of loose in here. We'll go back to the other side. Yeah, that's just one mounting point, so it's got a little bit of play to it. Okay, let's see what we can take out of here now. Jumper cable, drawbar reducer, other drawbar. Okay, and the last one goes in there. I still have a lot more room to put stuff in here if I want. It's got a really nice finish. I'm liking it so far. I'll still be able to use my pass-through door underneath of this toolbox here. So that's a great feature right there. And the extend-a bed still fits in here. So that's important too. Let's go for a drive and see if I can hear things rattling around from the cab. Not far from my house is a little bit of off-roading. And let's take it over some bumps here and see how it hangs on. All right. Now, as I understand it, this Camlocker company actually had a guy come to them with the design for this toolbox because he wanted to be able to fit things underneath of the toolbox and be able to still use that pass-through door that's in the bed of the Baja. And boy, I really got to hand it to Camlocker for taking them up on the offer. Now, as I understand it, this is the second one that they have made. I got it from them. It's not on their website. I did check out their website, and boy, it looks like they really have a first-class manufacturing facility down there in Florida. I wouldn't say that this toolbox was super cheap, but boy, when somebody hits it right, sometimes you just gotta pony up here. So if it can keep things in there, this is gonna be a pretty rough road coming up here. see how it goes. Okay, this is a low maintenance county road here. It's a gravel road. This area floods a lot. Really doesn't look to be too bad, but so far, I mean, I was thinking maybe that thing would be rattling around back there, but it's outside. Oh, look at deer. It's outside of the cabin here, so I don't hear anything. We'll have to check and see if it moved around much after we get through with this. This is starting to get worse here, so this might actually be a fairly decent test here. I usually don't take this thing off-road. It's in such nice shape. There we go. There it is. There's some holes. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that was a little bit muddy too. Oh, let's go to the car wash. We'll run this thing through the car wash. Since I don't have a rainy day here, I want to know if this thing leaks or not. A little wet on the outside. It is bone dry. So the Camlocker is waterproof after going through the car wash. So that's perfect. I really like the carpet on the inside with the lining in there. It keeps things nice and quiet. I was considering gluing the bottom carpet down, but I think maybe it's a good idea to have that loose, because then if I get a bunch of grass clippings or sawdust or who knows what might end up in there, dirt, I'll be able to just pull that carpet out and kind of dump it out, sort of like a floor mat. So that could actually be a feature, so I'm not going to do that. So if I'm going to give this a score, I'm going to give this locker an A. Not an A+, but an A. The misses are, it didn't come with mounting hardware, which in the long term of things, that is not a big deal, because I just had to make one trip to the hardware store. Also, I was able to choose my own hardware, so I got some good stainless steel. So I'm okay with that. It also may be that Subaru used different size bolts in that location. So in order for Camlocker to include hardware, they might have had to include several different types of hardware, and that would be kind of a waste. I don't know about that. I really like the way you can still get to the pass-through underneath. The construction is just fantastic. I just really like the way this thing is made. The powder coating, I don't see any light spots or any errors in the powder coating, so that is fantastic. The lock itself feels real solid. It feels like a really good lock. You know, if any thief is bound and determined, they'll get in, you know, if somebody really wants to. Also, there's just those 2 Phillips screws to take it out. It does seem to stay pretty solidly in place, so I'm real happy about that. I wasn't able to hear anything rattling around from the driver's seat, so that's fantastic. I think I might still use that storage space behind my seat for maybe a blanket or something a little soft that I don't mind throwing up in the front seat when I've got the seat folded down. So that space is still going to get used for something a little more of an interior type of a piece of storage item. I thought the lid didn't open up very far, you know, it could have came open a lot higher, but I added I've got a little, it's like an orange crate that I keep my log chains in, and I was able to slide that in there, so it opens far enough. So I thought maybe it was a miss, but it opens far enough, so that's cool. Those gas cylinders seem to be a real nice item too. I don't think they went cheap on those. So just the mounting brackets. If you look at these pictures here, the mounting brackets are a little bit high on the top, and the corners of those are sharp. That's probably the thing that bothered me the most about the thing, because if I reached my arm through the sport bar there to get something, which I really probably don't ever have to do, except for when I'm putting tie-down straps in, sometimes I do reach through those areas. We'll see how that goes. I may actually put a bend on the top of those, so the jury's still out on that. That still wouldn't stop me from buying this in the future, or make me even consider returning it. I love this thing. This thing is going to work out great for me. It's the little bit more storage that the Subaru Baja needed, because it just lacks some storage. And this thing is fairly small, but look at these pictures. Ooh. Nice. See how that all still fits in there? Everything I want to put in here is in here. And there still is a little more space, so I suppose this will probably accumulate a few other things. But it's going to be great. And also, I like how it's below the deck, below the sides of the Baja. So when you see the Baja from a distance, you don't see, hey, there's a toolbox in the back of that truck over there. You know, it doesn't show up at all. I suppose if you had a snap-on bed cover, it would still fit underneath of that, although that would be an extra hassle, and I don't have a cover for mine, so not a big deal there. If you thought this video had some information that you didn't have before, please hit the like button. I'm trying to build my subscribers here, so if you're a Subaru fan, this is just my second Subaru video, so go look for my other one. It's on the towing receiver for here that a guy custom built. So please like and subscribe. Thank you.